Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk about something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. But basically, uh, I've been a competitive player forever. So any kind of multiplayer game that I can compete against other people and play it, especially if it's ranked, if it has like a skill-based matchmaking that has like points attached to it, I loved it always. So today I want to tell you about 5 video games or video game universes that you have to try to kind of break that cycle and get into single player games again. It's been a really difficult switch for me, but I realized probably like 2 years ago that it started having a very bad effect on my mental health. Because I would stress a lot about competitive games. I would get very frustrated with my teammates. It was lag, it was it's never my fault, I lost game because of this, because of that, and I was always looking for excuses, and it just became this toxic relationship that I had with video games at one point that I just wanted to kind of break that cycle. So I played, and you can look at my channel and see that there's a bunch of single player experiences that I've been going through lately, but here are my 5 favorite universes, if I can say it that way, that I enjoyed so far. So on the 5th place, it's probably going to be Red Faction. Now, this game has 4 titles. So it's going to be Red Faction 2, Red Faction Guerrilla, and Red Faction Armageddon. Red Faction was a really fun series for me to play through. The first and second title are definitely classics. They're not super long, but they're very engaging and fun. It's shooter style, some RPG elements, nothing too crazy. And then you have Red Faction Guerrilla, which is probably the most famous one, where there's open world. You can destruct anything, everything crumbles, like buildings collapse. It's super cool. And then Armageddon is more of like a closed off style game, so basically it's more linear, but that's fine. It's still a fun game, but definitely not as fun as Guerrilla, but it's a really cool universe, and I think you would enjoy playing through it. On number 4, I have Deus Ex. Now, Deus Ex has 5 titles. So you have Deus Ex, you have Deus Ex 2, which is Invisible War. Then you have Deus Ex The Fall, which is it started originally as a mobile title and never got finished. I still enjoyed, even though it's very short. Then you have Deus Ex Human Revolution, and then you have Mankind Divided. I easily spent over probably I spent 200 plus hours at least on this series, and every game had something unique about it that I loved, and it just felt worth my time, right? It felt worth spending my time. I was very engaged in the story. All the side content was fun, even though you didn't have to do any of it. I really liked exploring and doing it all. And you can see that most of the titles that I play have some kind of sci-fi vibe to them. It's just what I like. Like, there's obviously other franchises and titles that you will enjoy, but I just really enjoyed this series as well. Now, on number 3, it's probably going to be Cyberpunk 2077. I really love the game. I really want it to be on the first place. There's so many incredible details in this world, and you can easily sink 500, 600, 700 hours into this game without skipping a beat, right? Like, there's so many things. I will leave a playlist down below for my Cyberpunk 2077 videos. I did a ton of content on it. I did hidden gems, which is basically like Easter eggs, hidden loot, and all these different types of things. Now, my only recommendation to you is, if you never played Cyberpunk 2077, is that you should 100% play through the game going on foot only or on a bike. Don't use a car. Don't use fast travel. Actually, sorry. I meant to say don't use fast travel. You can use cars. Some of them get too quick and you miss a lot. So that's why I like bikes, because I can kind of get into like smaller places and stuff. But yeah, on foot, bike, slower cars, it's the perfect way to experience this game. The atmosphere is 10 out of 10. The music is 10 out of 10. Some game systems, like encounters and stuff like that, can be worked on better, but it is what it is at this point, right? We have a DLC coming soon, and I'm super excited about that. I'm probably gonna do some videos on it. But 10 out of 10, worth the time, worth the price. Just a really good game. Now number 2 is probably going to be Elden Ring. This is a fantasy style, so no sci-fi, but I never played any Souls-like games. I've been wanting to play Dark Souls for I don't know, for like probably 6 or 7 years now, and I was just always intimidated by how hard some bosses can be, and this is just like a mental block that I just couldn't go over. Even though I'm sure it's amazing, and I'm gonna play through it soon. But Elden Ring is number 2 because it is there's just endless things to do in that game. Endless bosses, enemies, caves, builds to make. It's such a well-rounded game, and it's absolutely stunning in terms of visuals, that I easily see myself putting another 300 to 400 hours into this game in the years to come. Highly suggest that one as well. Now, in the first place, it's definitely going to be Mass Effect. Now, Mass Effect series, currently the original trilogy is what people praise, and then you have the Mass Effect Andromeda, which I haven't played yet. I heard very 50-50 opinions on Mass Effect Andromeda because it's not canon. There's a lot of things they changed, but it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about the trilogy that I experienced, and this is probably the best writing in a video game franchise that I've ever seen. It is absolutely beautiful. So when you play Mass Effect 1, that content carries over. Your choices basically carry over to Mass Effect 2. And then all the choices you make in Mass Effect 2 carry over to Mass Effect 3. This is just a really well-made game. And I think so far I have roughly 120 hours, and I still didn't finish the trilogy, which should tell you something. This is hours upon hours upon hours of fun, and the cool thing about it is that there's so much replay value to this game and to this trilogy, because you will be able to make completely different choices in the next playthrough and experience a completely different game. I don't want to spoil anything about it, but basically there's a lot of relationships that you create with characters. The side characters are very important too, even though you are like this big, important character and you do everything. Yes, that is the whole point, but there's so many intertwined things that happen, not behind the scenes, like you still play through these missions, but they're so important to your character. And I think so far, I've been playing video games for probably 23 years at this point, and obviously when I was very little, I didn't care much about stories, as long as the gameplay was cool and engaging, that's all I needed. But up until now, I don't think I experienced better writing, better characters than Mass Effect. So 100% try it, and let me know what you think. So this was just kind of like a quick suggestion list from me for people that have this weird cycle of going back into Call of Duty Warzone, Battlefield, Counter-Strike, Valorant, League of Legends, Hearthstone, whatever it is that you play on a day-to-day basis, that you play versus other players, and it's like stresses you out. Try to break the cycle. It's very important for your mental health, and I think you will enjoy it. So that's all I had planned. No script. I just wanted to talk to you guys about video games for a little bit, and I hope this helps you make that little push and try some of these experiences. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. in the comments below, and tell me what are your top 5 single player experiences, so we can, so I can maybe get some ideas for future playthroughs, or just see what your opinion is. Some other worthy mentions for single player experiences from me, and this is in no particular order, is going to be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Played through it recently, absolutely amazing. Any Battlefield game campaign is just, even though it's just very straight up action, it's very well done. Another one is called Remember Me. And this is an older game, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the art style or the way they told the story, that was just very beautiful to me. So I hope you enjoyed that one as well. And I think I will leave a couple in the description just so you guys can take a look. But that's all I have for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will talk in chat, or I will see you on our Discord and Facebook. Have a wonderful day, and until the next time, bye-bye.